Hey everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. I'm Liam.
And I'm Jessica. Today we've got something exciting and maybe a little bit nerve-wracking to talk about. Our first day at a new job.
Oh yes, that first day feeling, the one where you don't know where the coffee machine is, you don't know anyone's name, and you keep wondering if you wore the right clothes.
Exactly. It's exciting but also scary. We thought this topic would be perfect because it's something most people experience, and it's full of real-life English you can use.
Alright, I'll go first. My first real job, not counting summer chores or small tasks, was at a small publishing office. It wasn't exactly the dream job I had in mind as a kid, but it was special for me because it was the first time I was surrounded by books all day.
That's perfect for you, you're a book guy. But wait, you weren't always into books, right?
Oh, not at all. When I was a kid, I thought books without pictures were, how do I say this politely, boring.
Honest truth.
Yeah, I was the kid who only read comic books. I loved them, the bright colors, the funny characters, the sound effects like BAM and POW. I think comics were my first step into the reading world. Then, in my last year of school, something changed. I found a series of small paperback books, no pictures, but short chapters and very simple stories. They reminded me of my comics because they had exciting plots, but they also had more words. At first, I was like, ugh, where are the drawings? But slowly, I started imagining the scenes in my head. That's when I realized my brain could make the pictures.
That's a great tip.
Exactly. And that skill helped me a lot on my first day at the publishing office. So, picture this. I walk into the office. It smells like fresh coffee and paper. I'll never forget that smell. There's this receptionist who greets me, "Good morning, welcome." I smile, but I'm also thinking, where do I go? What do I do? I meet my team, a mix of friendly faces and serious ones. My manager, Mr. Harris, shows me to my desk. There's a stack of manuscripts waiting for review. I'm supposed to proofread them. At that moment, I'm glad I practiced reading without pictures because, believe me, proofreading is all about words, punctuation, and grammar.
That's a great tip. Use something personal to start a conversation.
Exactly. By the end of the day, I'd made 2 friends. And that first day taught me that reading, whether comics or novels, can actually help you build confidence in a workplace because you're better at understanding and using language.
Alright, my turn. My first day at a new job was chaotic. I started working at a small travel agency. You know those places where they have big posters of beaches and mountains on the walls?
Oh, I can already imagine the smell of printed brochures.
Exactly. Now, here's the twist. I wasn't always confident with words either. I liked reading when I was younger, but I didn't read regularly. Then, during college, I had this professor who kept saying, "Your vocabulary is your passport to the world." I thought, that sounds dramatic, but he was right. I started reading travel blogs, then travel magazines, and finally actual travel books. The more I read, the more words I learned. Words like itinerary, destination, scenic, adventure seeker. So, back to my first day. I walk in wearing my best I'm professional outfit, even though my shoes were killing me. The manager greets me and immediately asks if I can answer a phone call from a client. I panic inside, but I remember the travel terms I'd read about. The call was from a family asking about a holiday package. I confidently said, "We have a 7-day itinerary for Bali with scenic tours and cultural experiences." That line, scenic tours and cultural experiences, came straight from one of the travel books I'd read.
So reading actually saved you on day 1.
It did. And just like you, I had an awkward lunch moment. Everyone was talking about their favorite destinations, so I shared a story I'd read about a hidden beach in Greece. They all leaned in, listening. Suddenly, I wasn't the new girl. I was the girl with cool travel stories. Now it's time for phrases with their meanings and examples. 1. First day feeling. Meaning, the mix of excitement and nervousness you get when starting something new, like a job or school. Example in real life. I have that first day feeling. I hope I make a good impression at my new job. 2. Break the ice. Meaning, to start a conversation in a friendly way so people feel more comfortable. Example in real life. I told a funny story at the meeting to break the ice. 3. Make a good impression. Meaning, to create a positive opinion about yourself in someone's mind. Example in real life. I wore a formal suit to the interview to make a good impression. 4. Use something personal to start a conversation. Meaning, begin talking to people by sharing something about yourself or your interests. Example in real life. When I moved to a new city, I used my love for cooking to start conversations with my neighbors. 5. Ugh, where are the drawings? Informal reaction. Meaning, an expression showing disappointment or frustration when something is missing or different from what you expected. Example in real life. I opened the menu thinking there'd be pictures, but nope, ugh. Where are the drawings? 6. My brain could make the pictures. Meaning, using your imagination to create mental images instead of seeing them physically. Example in real life. When I read novels, I don't need illustrations. My brain makes the pictures. 7. Chaotic. Meaning, full of confusion, mess, or disorder. Example in real life. The first day of the festival was chaotic. Nobody knew where to go. 8. Your vocabulary is your passport to the world. Meaning, knowing more words gives you more opportunities to communicate, learn, and experience life. Example in real life. If you want to study abroad, remember, your vocabulary is your passport to the world. 9. Itinerary. Meaning, a planned route or schedule of a trip. Example in real life. Our itinerary for Paris includes visiting the Eiffel Tower, Louvre, and a river cruise. 10. Scenic tours. Meaning, trips or excursions focused on beautiful natural or man-made views. Example in real life. We booked a scenic tour along the coastline.
10. Scenic tours. Meaning, trips or excursions focused on beautiful natural or man-made views. Example in real life. We booked a scenic tour along the coastline. 11. Cultural experiences. Meaning, activities that let you learn about a place's traditions, history, and way of life. Example in real life. Our trip to Japan included cultural experiences like tea ceremonies and calligraphy. 12. Adventure seeker. Meaning, a person who loves exciting and risky activities. Example in real life. She's such an adventure seeker, always looking for the next mountain to climb. 13. The girl with cool travel stories, nickname style. Meaning, a casual way of identifying someone by a unique trait or habit. Example in real life. At work, I became the guy who brings homemade snacks. 14. The start of a new chapter. Meaning, a fresh beginning in life, like starting a new job, relationship, or phase. Example in real life. Moving to Canada feels like the start of a new chapter in my life. So, both of us had first days where reading played a big role, even if it wasn't obvious at first.
Yeah, and I think that's the hidden lesson here. Reading, whether it's comics, blogs, or books, builds your vocabulary and confidence. That helps not just in conversations, but also in making a good impression at work.
Exactly. And for our listeners, maybe you're preparing for your first job, or maybe you're just trying to improve your English. My tip: start with something you enjoy reading, even if it's short or full of pictures.
And my tip: notice new words. Try to use them in conversations. You never know when you'll need them. Maybe on your very first day at a new job.
Alright, that's our story for today. Hope you enjoyed it and learned some real-life English along the way.
And remember, every first day is just the start of a new chapter.
See you next time.